No, I don't see a problem. All your comments have to be directed to me. Please answer my question.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you, Judge.
You repeat yourself repeatedly when there's no question, and you don't respond when there's a question. I'm feeling a little frustrated.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't. There's a lot of background noise. I can't hear you.
Okay, let's do this. Right, I'm changing out documents for the next case. Somebody has feedback, they need to address that. Right, Mr. Hodgman, which of the two 12-15 matters do you wish that we start with?
Phillips versus Bastian, Judge. A special conference and also motion to withdraw his counsel potentially.
Right. Would those counsel please, in all parties, unmute, go on camera? Somebody's got some sort of feedback. That's got to stop. It's harder for me to hear. Opening my documents. We're going to conduct this on the record, even though it's denominated as special conference. I'm calling the matter styled L-A-U-R-E-N, last name P-H-I-L-L-I-P-S, versus Mr. Bastian. I think the feedback is from you. You'll mute yourself unless and until I address you. It's better, but not perfect. So the action is, again, case number 23-009889CH, styled L-A-U-R-E-N, last name P-H-I-L-L-I-P-S, versus B-A-R-R-Y, last name B-A-S-T-I-E-N. I'll take the appearance of each attorney who is here today.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ashley Sargent on behalf of Lauren Phillips, who is also present via Zoom.
All right. This is an unusual case for a couple of respects. First, an attorney who files an appearance is in the case unless and until she, he, or they either extricates themselves pursuant to MCR 2.117B, having filed a limited appearance, or by court order. As an officer of the court, Ms. Sargent, did you file a limited appearance in this action?
No, Your Honor. I filed a formal appearance, and then on November 1st, I filed a consent motion in order to withdraw.
Right. Did any judge grant that motion?
Not at this time.
Right. So the answer is no. My staff advises that Ms. Phillips had a concern. Why would she pay for you to appear at today's hearing if you're not working on her behalf? So a couple of things. Ms. Sargent, is there any amount owed to you by Ms. Phillips at present?
Your Honor, there is, but I had 3 cases with her, and I'm not charging her anything for today's appearance. As I understand, some courts do require an appearance before the withdrawal is actually granted. Unfortunately, there has been a breakdown of the attorney-client relationship between her and I.
Please, if you could, restrain yourself, answer my questions, and then when it's time to put argument, you can. So my question was, does Ms. Phillips owe you money? Your answer to that question is
yes.
All right. My next question would be, are you going to charge Ms. Phillips anything for today's appearance? Your answer is
no.
All right. I'm going to ask Mr. Bastian to unmute. There we go.
We're good.
I'm going to ask Ms. Phillips and Mr. Bastian, each of you raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm that all of your statements during this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Ms. Phillips?
I do.
Ms. Phillips? All right, Mr. Bastian, do you solemnly swear?
I do.
All of your statements
I
during
do.
the hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, or nothing but the truth, Mr. Bastian?
Yes, sir.
Do you so swear or affirm, Ms. Phillips, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Bastian, you may mute. Lauren Phillips, do you solemnly swear or affirm that all of your statements during today's proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Lower your hand. I don't know why there was such a delay, but we'll figure that out eventually. The reason we're here is because this case is in an unusual situation. And I'm trying to get us back up and running. First things first. All right. Ms. Sargent, at some point your last name was Petriches. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So I'm looking at your appearance. It's a general appearance on behalf of the plaintiff, Ms. Phillips. The complaint is to quiet title for reasons I can't fathom. The claim is that Ms. Phillips quit-claimed ownership interest in real estate from herself to herself and Mr. Bastian, and that occurred, apparently, the signature was affixed August 5th, 2022. There was a contract executed between Phillips and Mr. Bastian regarding payment of certain funds. Could you explain for me what your understanding is in this case? First, Ms. Sargent, what has happened and what did you file a complaint seeking to do on behalf of your client, specifically the August 2nd, 2023 complaint to quiet title?
Yes, Your Honor. My understanding is the parties signed a contract between and amongst themselves, giving a right to Ms. Phillips to collect a monthly agreed upon amount of $600 from Mr. Bastian. And in exchange for that, she did add him to the deed of the home, as well as since that was entered, Mr. Bastian had not been paying the agreed upon monthly amount, and he had not contributed anything to the home or to the mortgage that Ms. Phillips has been maintaining. So she was asking to have him removed from the deed at this time.
Ms. Phillips, the facts just stated by Ms. Sargent, are they true, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is it Bastian or Bastien?
Sebastian.
Right. Mr. Bastien, the facts just stated by Ms. Sargent, are they true?
No, lie.
Okay. Ms. Phillips, do you reside at the real estate described as 6333 Princess Street?
I do.
Does Mr. Bastian currently live there? Ms. Phillips, does Mr. Bastian currently stay there? Yes or no? Ms. Phillips?
That was I'm sorry.
Right. Something's going on. I can hardly hear you. Yes or no, does Mr. Bastian currently reside at the Princess Street address?
I hear the background noise. It's a no, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
When did he last stay at the Princess Street address, Ms. Phillips?
June of 2022.
Is that correct, Mr. Bastian?
I'm
I
sorry.
don't think so.
Sorry.
Right. His response is, I don't think so. You have a different date for me, Ms. Phillips.
It was June 2023. June of 2023, Your Honor.
right. Mr. Basting, do you agree that the last time you stayed at the Princess Street address was in June of 2023?
Yeah, it was June 26th. It was on Monday.
June 26, 2023.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Phillips would like your name removed from the ownership documents concerning the Princess Street property. She alleges the two of you had an agreement that you were to pay certain amounts of money, and if you made those payments, you would remain an owner of that property. Is that your understanding of the agreement, Mr. Basting?
Yeah.
All right. Have you made all of the payments so far required under the agreement, Mr. Basting?
Yep.
Yes, you have.
Yep.
When was your most recent payment under the agreement, Mr. Basting?
Probably 2 months after I left, I went and canceled, took the water department bill out of my name. I was paying bills, stuff like that, which she's denied I doing, but I was doing that even after I left the house, or after she got a PPO on me, a fake PPO to get me out. That's how it happened.
All right. My understanding is
But yeah, I was paying bills, sir.
all right, I've heard your response. So there's a warranty deed that indicates Norman Basting and Mary Basting, husband and wife, conveyed certain real estate on KERSTYN in Taylor to Ms. Phillips. Strike that. I'll start again. I'm looking at a warranty deed that is e-recorded. I don't see a date, but it states that the address commonly known as 6333 Princess Street, Taylor, Michigan, 48180 was sold for $125,000 by Norman Basting and Mary Basting, same spelling as defendant, who are described as husband and wife, to Ms. Phillips. You agree that that occurred, Mr. Basting, yes or no? You agree that that occurred, Mr. Basting, yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Subsequently, there's a quitclaim deed where Ms. Phillips, a single person, quitclaims to herself and a single woman, and Mr. Basting, a single man, as joint tenants with full rights of survivorship, the same Princess Street property. And I'm not seeing a date on the, oh, here we are. Date of the warranty deed, document executed August 5th, 2022 by Norman and Mary Basting. Same, I don't have a date for execution of the other deed, but at some point after your parents, Norman Basting and Mary Basting are your parents, am I correct,
Yes,
Mr.?
sir.
So your answer is,
Yes, sir.
all right. How long after your parents quitclaimed their ownership interest, or rather transferred by so Mr. Basting, who's before me, his parents transferred by warranty deed Princess Street property to Ms. Phillips on the same day or at some point after. I've got to start again. I apologize. The background noise is driving me batty. Ms. Phillips, when was the quitclaim deed entered into between you and Mr. Basting?
Your Honor, I did not submit the quitclaim as from what I was I guess, addressed. So I believe Mr. Bastine at that time of sharing the residence, from my knowledge, took the document and submitted it with the records of the city, is my understanding. However, I did not submit the quitclaim. But on the date of August 5th of 2022, when I had signed the papers for my mortgage, that was the same day we did the quitclaim and also the subcontract between Mr. Bastine and myself.
Right, let me unpack this. The complaint is confusing to me. It appears there's at least one typo. I believe that the warranty deed from Mr. Bastine's parents to Ms. Phillips was signed on August 5th, 2022. Is that right, Ms. Sargent?
So my,
Yes or no?
you said August 5th, Your Honor?
I said August 5th, 2022.
No.
Okay, I'm looking at Exhibit B.
Okay. On Exhibit B,
Please don't talk over me.
oh, I'm sorry.
Exhibit B seems to be a hodgepodge of documents. I see signatures by Norman Bastine and Mary Bastine that are notarized or signed before a notary on August 5, 2022. Do you see that?
Yes.
Is it true that that is when the Princess Street address was conveyed by Mr. Bastine's parents to Ms. Phillips, Ms. Sargent?
My understanding in Exhibit
Yes,
A.
No, or I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. Do you agree with that fact, Ms. Phillips? On
I do.
August 5th, 2022, Mr. Bastine's parents executed a warranty deed transferring to you ownership of the Princess Street address, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Bastine, do you agree as well?
What was the date on that? I didn't hear that.
Do you agree that on August 5th, 2022, your parents executed a warranty deed transferring the Princess Street address from the two of them as married people to Ms. Phillips?
I think it was 2023, not 22.
I'm
I don't-
looking at a document that says
Maybe.
the foregoing instrument was acknowledged before me on this 5th of August, 2022 by Norman
Okay.
Mary Bastine.
I'll
Regardless,
take it for it. It's okay.
all right.
I don't know.
Regardless of that, at some point, Lauren Phillips quit claim to herself as a single woman and you, Mr. Bastine, a single man, with joint rights of joint tenants with full rights of survivorship, real estate, all on Princess Street. Yes, Mr. Bastine?
Yes.
Yes, Ms. Phillips.
Yes.
All right. Did you file that quitclaim deed with the Wayne County Land Records, Ms. Phillips?
I did not, Your Honor.
All right. Do you know who did? Yes or no? Ms. Bastine, do you know who did? Yes or no?
Filed it. I did it.
Okay, so Ms. Phillips, for whatever reason, declined to answer. Mr. Bastine has answered. Did you do that with her agreement, Mr. Bastine?
I wasn't advised. I didn't know I had to. No, I would say no.
No. So there's some sort of contract called a subcontract between Ms. Phillips and Mr. Bastine regarding the Princess Street address. I'm looking at that document dated, at the top it's dated August 3rd, 2022. At the bottom, seems to be notarized August 5th, 2022. It says that Mr. Basting agrees to pay $600 a month for the mortgage on the Princess Street home. If Mr. Basting do not withhold my end of the mortgage, I am to forfeit my named title deed. If the two parties are to separate, 6333 Princess is to be put up for sale and to be split equally, or one party can buy out the other, with the exception that Mr. Basting has equally contributed to the mortgage. I, Barry Basting, understand the terms to this contract and understand all rights to the home/deed will be terminated at 6333 Princess Street if I do not sustain $600 a month for the life of the loan. Did you, and I'll share screen. This is the document I've been reading from. Can you see the moving cursor, Ms. Phillips, yes or no?
I'm sorry, who was that addressed to, Judge?
Ms. Phillips, can you see the moving cursor on the screen, yes or no?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you read the words on the screen, yes or no?
Yes, I can.
Is any of this on here in your handwriting, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your signature on this document on the screen, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Did you
Yes.
sign this document on August 5th, 2022 in the presence of a
Yes.
notary?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm hearing yes.
Yes.
On the screen is a document attached to the complaint as Exhibit C. Can you see the moving cursor on your screen, Mr. Bastille?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on this document, Mr. Bastille?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign this document on the 5th day of August, 2022?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Phillips, when was Mr. Basting supposed to pay his first $600 payment?
October was the first payment due.
Okay. So are you saying October 1st of 2022?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Did he pay the $600 a month payment for the mortgage
No,
on
Your Honor.
about October 1st of 2022?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Did you pay the $600 required on October 1st, 2022, Mr. Basteen?
I didn't hand her money, but I was paying bills. I had them all connected to my bank to do automatic recurring payments every month. I have proof.
Did you pay $600 directly or indirectly is fine? That was due October 1st, 2022, Mr. Basteen.
Yes, sir.
All right. Has Mr. Basting, in your opinion, paid any money after August 5, 2022, required to, under this document titled subcontract, Ms. Phillips?
I didn't hear the beginning of that question, Judge.
Right, you need to remain where you are right now, because when you sit back, you can't hear, and when you sit back, I can't hear you speak. I apologize, it's probably uncomfortable, and I'm raising my voice so you can hear me. Did Mr. Basting make any payments of any money, whether to you in hand, to the mortgage company, or payment of any shared expenses as required under this subcontract you and he admitted to signing on August 5th, 2022? And again, that's just yes or no.
No.
All right. What about paying the bills? Does that satisfy the requirements in this agreement, Ms. Phillips?
Your Honor, if Mr. Bastien could mute himself, it is that background. I'm not moving and it's hard to hear you. I'm sorry. I'm not moving and you broke up that whole time.
Right. No, I don't see a problem. All your comments have to be directed to me. Please answer my question.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you, Judge.
You repeat yourself repeatedly when there's no question, and you don't respond when there's a question. I'm feeling a little frustrated.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't, there's a lot of background noise. I can't hear you.
Okay, let's do this. How much money have you paid on or after August 5th, 2022, Mr. Bastine,
I didn't add it up.
required under the subcontract?
Well over the monthly agreement.
All right. When can you put together all of the receipts and all of the proof of payment and come to the courthouse to share those documents? How much time do you ask to assemble the documents, sir?
Well, I'm really, really busy. She got a PPO on me and I had to leave my house with my clothes on my back and that was
I'm
it.
going to ask you to stop. You're just giving me facts. I want to know when. So
I
respectfully,
can't. Legally, I can't.
when was the PPO obtained?
At the 26th of June.
Of 2023.
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When does the PPO expire, Mr. Bastine?
It was supposed to be expired already, but the court messed up and didn't submit something in their dockets. So now I gotta do something.
Okay. Are there any, so I would think you would be able to use your bank records to show what amounts of money you've paid. Am I right?
That would be a mess. I mean, I have receipts. I save all my receipts. Like the last time I went grocery shopping was $800 at Sam's Club. Like I got a receipt for that.
I'm going to ask you to stop.
Yes, sir.
To prove the amounts of money you've paid that you feel constitute $600 a month to pay amounts for the mortgage on Princess Street consistent for the subcontract, are any of those papers at the Princess Street address?
Yes.
Okay, explain.
The receipts I have for the payments I made towards the house.
You were supposed to pay $600 per month for the mortgage.
Yeah.
You don't know why you think paying utilities pays the mortgage, but I'll find that out eventually. You need any of the documents from inside the Princess Street address to prove that you were paying $600 a month from October 1st, 2022 to present.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. If
No. Yes or no, sir?
I don't know how to answer that without my question. I really don't.
I'll hear your question.
Okay, it's just like, are you talking about directly or indirectly to the mortgage company, like towards Lauren or the mortgage company, or towards the home expenses?
All right, you signed this agreement. You agreed that you would pay $600 a month for the mortgage. What proof do you have that you have paid $600 a month for the mortgage at the Princess Street property since October 1st of 2022?
To the actual mortgage, none.
Okay. I think what Ms. Phillips wants is for the two of you to part company. In the complaint filed with the assistance of your lawyer, it's a complaint to quiet title. So what is being requested is that you be the sole titled owner of the Princess Street address. Is that what you want, Ms. Phillips?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. To resolve this case and to be done, Mr. Bastine, are you willing to execute a quit claim deed by which you give up all right, title, and interest in the property that is real estate, any structures, and anything attached to any structure located at 6333 Princess Street, Taylor, Michigan, 48180. Mr. Bastine.
No,
All right. What would you ask for to do that?
I haven't thought about that. Can I have
Right.
time to think about that?
Probably not.
I would ask for half the value of the house and my things back, at least.
Well, your things back are not before me.
Okay.
You were served with a copy of the summons and complaint on August 30th, 20. I'm sorry. You were served with a copy of the summons and complaint in this case. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
All right. And within your deadline of 28 days, you filed a document with the Wayne County Clerk. Is that right?
Yes.
That document was filed August 30, 2023. It references the case number and states, I, Barry Bastine, am responding to this summons within my deadline of 28 days, and I am fully contesting to this summons. I am also seeking my own legal counsel. Thank you. Did you write that document?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Did you file that document?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Phillips, did you receive a copy of that document?
I don't have a document, Your Honor.
Again, I also didn't ask you who your favorite Major League Baseball team was. Please listen to my question and answer it. My question.
I said no, Your Honor. No,
You did not.
Your Honor. No,
Stop.
no.
I don't know why you're saying no. Let me ask my next question. Did you receive a copy of the document I just read from?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I did see that. Yes.
Perfect. And what became of it?
Nothing. I don't have anything else further than that, and we're here today.
No, you told me when I asked you whether you received a copy, you said you don't have it. And then I asked you the same question, and then you said you had seen it, because my goal was to find out whether you had seen the document. Well, let me do this. I've got to click off. On. All right. Ms. Phillips, can you see the moving cursor?
No, I don't.
All right. Can you see it, Ms. Sargent?
I do not.
All right. So I'm doing this wrong. I'll give it one more shot. I'll hit screen share. Double. Can you see the moving cursor right now, Ms. Phillips?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I do.
Right. Did you ever see this document before I just read? It says, I, Barry Bastine, am responding to this summons within my deadline of 28 days, and I'm fully contesting to this summons. I'm also seeking my own legal counsel. Thank you. Have you seen
Yes.
it for right now?
Yes.
And Mr. Bastine, you created this document. You didn't sign it, but you filed it. Am I correct, Mr. Bastine?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you receive a copy of this document, Ms. Sargent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Bastine, this is not a proper answer to the complaint. You have to follow the court rules. You should have the caption properly placed with the name, address, telephone number, and email address for each of the plaintiff, Ms. Phillips, as well as you, the defendant. I'm going to ask you to type into the chat, Mr. Bastine, your full name, address, email address, and mobile. Can you do that right now?
Yeah, you want mine, my personal information, or both of ours?
Mr. Bastine, I'm asking you to type into the chat your full name, your full address, your mobile number, and your email address. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you do the same, Ms. Phillips?
Yeah.
Okay, please do that. Once we have those, I'm going to set a date in the future for you to come back to court, and I'll conduct a hearing. Mr. Bastine will need to bring all of his receipts that he believes proves payment. Because there's a PPO, I'm going to require that Mr. Bastien come to the courtroom in the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center. I'm directing that Ms. Phillips appear remotely, but you have to have a setup where I don't have to yell for you to hear me. Do you understand, Ms. Bastine? I'm sorry.
Mr. Becker. Yes, sir.
Do you understand, Ms. Phillips?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you have an email address, Ms. Phillips? Yes or no?
Yes, I will add that. I'm sorry.
All right, so put that down. Mr. Bastine, you have not put your information in the chat. Could you please do
Still
that?
typing. I'm sorry. I'm still typing. I'm slow.
What is your mobile number, Mr. Bastine?
734-620-7115.
What is your email address, Mr. Bastine?
So, it's Barry B 1024-85@gmail.com.
I'll repeat it. Oh, it just popped up.
I was doing it.
All right, I'll ask Mr. Hodgman to capture that information, place it somewhere. You'll receive a notice from the court. Ms. Phillips, Mr. Hodgman, you'll please do it right now or else, regardless of whether or not it's your job. Please do it. All right, you'll receive an order. I'm going to require you to show the amounts you paid for the mortgage each month, Ms. Phillips. I would like backup. So if you paid by check, have the canceled check
Money order.
electronically. I need proof of how much you paid each month.
Sure.
I need proof of whatever amounts you paid that you believe constitute payment of any sort for the mortgage, Mr. Bastine. Mr. Bastine, have you paid any of the property taxes on the home?
I don't even think we've been here long enough. I don't know. I don't know.
So respectfully, I'm guessing your answer is no.
No, obviously not, right? Yes. No.
Okay. Ms. Phillips, are you okay with my allowing Ms. Sargent to withdraw as your attorney from this case, and then only you and Mr. Bastien will be involved in that case? Do you agree with that?
I agree that Ms. Sargent is removed. Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Sargent, Mr. Hodgman will email you right now a form order that can be used to effectuate my judicial attorney is writing messages that are completely unacceptable. And it's frustrating, Mr. Hodgman. I'm going to deal with this once we're done. Mr. Hodgman will send you an order, form order I used, allowing someone to withdraw as counsel. I wish you good luck, Ms. Sargent. Please fill it out completely. Reference that on the record in open court, Ms. Phillips agreed with your withdrawal as counsel from the action. Do make sure that any documents you have are returned to her, and to the extent you have an electronic file that she can use for future matters, you email it to her. Anything else today, Ms. Sargent?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. And I appreciate your time, and thank you for not charging Ms. Phillips today or for today's work.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. We're going to stand in recess. I'm going to allow each of Ms. Phillips and Mr. Bastien to leave there is an exception to a PPO, but I'm going to require through court orders, very specific instructions will be forthcoming. You'll receive an order, each of you. Mr. Bastian will collect every receipt he has. I am specifically not allowing him to rely on anything inside the home that is subject to this litigation out of concern about safety of Ms. Phillips. Do you understand, Mr. Bastian, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We'll address it in the future. Ms. Phillips, if there's anything that belongs to Mr. Bastian that is in the home, the smart thing to do is to put it in a box and have a mutual friend deliver it to Mr. Bastian, but photograph or video record everything as you're putting it into the box. Does that make sense, Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. With that, we're going to stand in recess. I'm granting the motion permitting council's withdrawal. Council will submit an order for entry. You have time right now, Ms. Sargent, to assist Ms. Phillips in how to set up an online presence such that she can electronically file and receive documents through the court's MyFile system.
I have another hearing to attend to, but I could later this afternoon.
All right. Can you do that later this afternoon, Ms. Phillips?
Yes, Your Honor, I can have those submitted.
No. Ms. Sargent will call you later today. And when she calls you, you'll have internet access and she'll walk you through how to sign up. Do you understand,
Absolutely.
Phillips?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Bastian, there are instructions on the court's website. Please look at those and do your best to sign up. Okay?
I got a question for you.
No, you get to answer my question before I answer your question.
Yes, sir.
Is that the answer to? You understand I'm directing you to go to the court website and figure out how to electronically sign up, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. What is your question?
Can I get a lawyer?
I don't
I
know.
want a lawyer. Is it
No.
allowable? I'm gonna go get one.
Right. If you do hire a lawyer, the lawyer has to file an appearance. You don't have to ask my permission.
Okay.
On August 30 of 2023, you filed a document that claimed that you were seeking your own legal counsel. That's over 4 months ago.
I have an explanation.
No, it doesn't matter. I would encourage you, if you want a lawyer, get a lawyer soon. Probably be back together in about 2 months. I wish you good luck, sir. Anything further today, Mr. Bastine?
As far as my things go, if she does that, like, how can she put everything in a box like a big fish tank and a safe?
Well,
Stuff
I
like
don't
that.
know what you've got going on. I don't know why you've been unable to work for a third party to get larger items returned. It's disappointing, but all I can do is help to the extent I can. If there are large items, then obviously they're not going to go in the box. I wish you good luck. But again, you should not communicate with Ms. Phillips, or you could be jailed for violation of a PPO. You must always use a third party if you're going to exchange fish tanks or whatever. Have you any other questions, Mr. Bastine?
No, sir. Thank you.
Do you have any other questions, Ms. Phillips?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further today, Ms. Sargent?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Great. You're a trooper for coming in today. All right. Each of you may leave the meeting. Thank you for your time and attention. Best wishes for the weekend and a Lions victory, I hope. Thank you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.